Hey guys, the Valley Girls are still on summer vacation. We'll be coming back in September with season four, but a couple weeks ago we did a quick chat about the Hudson Valley Magazine 2025 Best of Hudson Valley list, and you guys liked it so much we decided to come back and do a quick rundown of this year's Chronogram Reader's Choice Awards. Um, I thought it was really exciting. So both the Hudson Valley Magazine and Chronogram cover the whole region, but Jenny, you and I were saying that the Hudson Valley Magazine Awards were really heavy on Beacon and Poughkeepsie, and
Right.
that's great. As a Poughkeepsie girl, I love to see it. But I feel like Chronogram was a little bit more Ulster County focused, so we saw some different winners there. So that's kind of exciting. One thing that we have to start off mentioning is that the Chronogram Awards have a Best Regional Podcast category, and our buddy Brett Barry from Cats
Yay.
Cast made the list again, second place this year behind Inside the Line, the Catskill Mountain podcast. But great to see Brett killing it as always.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Brett. Well deserved. And our friend Rebecca, Brett's wife, also won an award. And I am trying to find that right
It
now.
was Best Author.
Best author, right? That's what
Yep.
I thought. All right. So, congratulations, Rebecca and Brett.
Yep.
Super exciting for both of you. Yeah, we saw a lot of some of our favorites, things that we've either people we've either had on the pod or, like we did with Hudson Valley, just some of our favorites that we've mentioned numerous times. Storm King Art Center was on
Mhm.
there a few times. And I thought it was funny in the Sculpture Garden, actually, all three in our summer episode where we
Yeah.
discussed sculpture gardens, all three. First place Opus 40, second place Storm King Art Center, third place Art Omi. So that was really exciting. So
Mhm.
congratulations to all of you.
Yep, we love to see it. So for me, I was excited because there's a best bakery category, and second
Hmm.
place was Dysings, which is my precious. I love that's my favorite black and white cookie on that side of the river. And then right next door is the Dietz Stadium Diner, which took first place for best diner. So that's rang very true to me.
Yes. And I also want to give a shout out to all the gluten-free people, the
Mm.
gluten-free bakers. No Dairy Doze made second. I know we haven't had her on the pod, but I am obsessed with her cookies. It's a bad addiction right now. But the no dairy doughs, you'll find them all over the place. Adams being one of them, and
Mm.
Adams, of course, won in multiple categories in the
Yeah.
Chronogram Reader's Choice. So congratulations to
And best of
Adams
Hudson Valley. Adams is
and the
just
best of the Hudson
cleaning
Valley.
up. Yep.
Yes, well, rightfully so, well
Hmm.
deserved. So, way to go, Adams. I also liked some, not only was it more Ulster County or I would say Upper Hudson Valley focused, but, some different categories as well that we didn't
Hmm.
see in the Hudson Valley Magazine best of. So, yeah, so just a nice spread all around. One of the categories that I noticed was both the annual event and there was another one that O Positive
Hmm.
won.
Yeah.
So congratulations to our friends. Of course, we had Lara and Jesse on from O Positive, and we love them. So congratulations to O Positive.
Yeah, I love that. Um, the other thing is I thought this was a cool category, the best sunset spot.
Yes, that
And
was the one I was going
so
to mention.
I
Yeah.
all of them were great. The first place was the Mohonk Preserve Spring Farm Trailhead parking, the Ashokan Reservoir walkway over the Hudson. Obviously, all great choices. I was a little disappointed that they did not list the Target parking lot in Kingston, which to me is always the most epic sunset spot.
Naturally,
But
naturally. Oh, the O positive that I was going to say music festivals, but also public artwork. So
mm,
Opus 40 was first for public artwork, but the O positive murals, which is
mm.
not just one place, but of course spread out all over Kingston. O Positive Murals won second, and Storm King Art Center again took third. So that was very cool. And historical sites, I liked that one. Of
Hmm.
course, FDR was on the list for that. And then in another category, our beloved Vanderbilt Mansion.
Yes, of
So
course.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was really cool. But I will say, I actually highlighted a lot for myself that we haven't touched upon, and
Yes.
places that I'm like, either I had not heard of
Hmm.
or I've heard of, but I'm like, yeah, that's a good reminder. I got to get there. So
Yeah.
a lot of cool places that are on my list now to check out.
Yes, there was more discovery for me with this list.
Yes.
Definitely places like I never even heard of that tea house. I got to get there. So
Yeah.
all
Oh, the
of
tea
the
houses. Yes, I have to
yeah,
hit those.
I
Those are so
know.
exciting.
That feels like an episode or like a Valley Girls field trip. We got to
That's
just
definitely, and both.
yeah.
It's going to be a field trip and an
Okay.
episode, I think.
Yeah.
Lots of breweries, cideries, wineries that we've talked about before, so that was really
Hmm.
nice.
Hmm.
I feel like we're so heavy on the food and drink. Not that that's a bad thing, but
Hmm.
yeah, we really love our food and drink,
Yeah,
just
we
so you
do. That's all right.
know.
So, also a couple other highlights of things that we had talked about in our summer episode. The best campground was North South Lake.
Yep.
And then this was an interesting thing, too. We talked a lot on that summer episode with Melaine about drive-ins. And so
Yes.
they listed Four Brothers, which was her top pick, and the Overlook Drive-In. But then they also had actually the number one spot was the Highway Drive-In in Coxsackie, which I had not heard of. So that was a good discovery to me. I checked out their website. It looks super cute.
Yes. That one we have been to before. It is fantastic. It really is. I know that I just said we mentioned food a lot, but I want to give a shout out to Hickory Barbecue and Smokehouse.
Mm,
Our friends Jill and Steve, actually, who've not been on the episode, but they did win second place for barbecue. So that was exciting to see.
nice.
And I can't believe you haven't mentioned cider donuts. I mean, that was a whole category,
I
not just donuts,
know.
not just best
I
donut place,
know.
but cider donuts.
And of
And
course, Adams took the crown there.
Adams was second, but the first place, Guilty Pleasures Cheesecakes. Why do we not know about
Yeah,
this?
I
We
don't
have to find
know.
out about that.
Okay.
So,
Adding that to our list.
yeah, we have to add that to our list.
I
Oh,
mean,
there was a
that's,
plain donuts category. There was, but that was
yeah.
we gotta check those out as well.
I love a donut. But that's why these lists and these awards are really fun. Is because you can find so many things that you didn't know existed. And I love some of the categories that are a little bit quirky. I love that the Chronogram Awards have a best library
I
category.
know.
Just that's
And a
just
librarian,
I
like a
know.
librarian one for one of the people categories, which
Yeah.
I absolutely love. Humanitarian, civil service kind of stuff. I just love seeing that. The community service stuff. That
Hmm.
was really cool to see that as well. So
Yeah.
kudos to all of you. Really
Yeah.
nice, really exciting. And we're gonna have to check some of this out and definitely have some of you on for
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah, so these lists are a gold mine. So if you're still looking for stuff to do with the rest of your summer, and if you didn't get enough inspiration from our summer bucket list episode, just dig into these. The whole list is available on the Chronogram website. You can dig through all the different categories. So it's a lot of fun to find new things and old favorites in the area and just get out there and check all this stuff out.
Agreed. And even if it's not food, there's a lot more there. There are rail trails. The Catskill Visitor Center was on there, and the rail
Hmm.
trails, Kingston Farmers Market, and other farmer markets. So, yeah, definitely go check these things out. If you're new to the area, if you just want to discover new things in our area, check out Chronogram Reader's Choice Awards and Hudson Valley Magazine Best of 2025 list. So
Yep.
have fun.
If you miss us, we'll be back with season 4 of Valley Girls podcast in September. So stay tuned for that.
See you then.